Assalamu alaikum, dears, how are you? There is a very common complaint almost every one of us is having against someone else that although I was very sincere and committed with that particular person, but she was not sincere with me at all. So, for that reason and purpose, I got hurt. I was in trouble. I suffered the pain. I had to bear the financial loss, the wastage of time, etc. etc. So, all because of one reason, and this one reason that this person was not sincere with me at all. So, my dear friends and fellows, now there is a question which does arise here that before wasting our time, before wasting our money, before wasting, before getting emotionally hurt, can we understand that this person is not sincere with me at all? So, for that reason, I need to protect myself from the very beginning without the wastage of all that precious resources. My dear friends and fellows, today we have made it a topic of our discussion about how to identify these people and how to manage these people as well. So there are the two segments of our today's discussion. The first thing is how to identify these people. There are seven ways to identify these people and to come to a conclusion that this person is not sincere with me at all. And then after that, we will talk about how to manage these people. There are several ways, there are 8 ways which are particularly effective. So let's begin. Number one thing, the part one, that how can we identify these people? There are 7 ways. The first way is that says inconsistencies. Inconsistencies. Their words and their actions don't match each other at all. Their words are different from their actions. So that is the number one thing. While the number two thing is that evasion, they avoid direct answers or they change the subject. They avoid the direct answers or they change the subjects every time we ask any question, any specific question, they are seen presenting the evasion. Now, the third thing, that defensiveness, they become overly defensive when questioned about something. They become overly defensive. Now, the fourth is body language, and it says avoidance of eye contact, fidgeting, and nervous behavior. So all of that come in the bracket of body language. So their body language tells us that they people are avoiding the eye contact, they are seen fidgeting, or they are showing the nervous behavior. Now the fifth way to understand them, that is unreliable. They are not reliable people. They frequently cancel plans. They frequently cancel plans, miss the deadlines, or don't follow through. Miss the deadlines or don't follow through. So that is because they are unreliable. Now, the fifth way to understand them, to identify them, that is overly flattering, excessive praise or excessive flattery for the purpose of manipulating us, excessive praise, excessive flattery for the purpose of manipulating us. Now, the seventh and the last way to identify these people is that they are secretive, that is, withholding information or being overly secretive, withholding information or being overly secretive. So these are the 7 signs, these are the 7 ways to identify that this person is not sincere with me at all. Now, moving to the next stage of our today's talk, and that says that how to manage these people. So there are 8 ways to manage these people, and let's try to understand. Number one, it is set clear boundaries. Setting of clear boundaries, establish expectations and consequences as well. Establish expectations and consequences as well. Set clear boundaries. Set not only set clear boundaries, enforce these boundaries as well. So, my dear friends and fellows, boundaries mean that these are the limits, and I won't allow you to overstep these personal boundaries of mine. I will not allow you to violate or to cross these boundaries. So that is the number one thing. Number two, it is verify information. Whatever information they give us, we should be verifying it. Fact check and confirm the details. Fact check and confirm the details. Do not blindly accept whatever they are telling. We need to fact check. We need to verify the information. Now, the third is don't take it personally. Do not take it personally at all, and maintain emotional distance. Maintaining emotional distance. Don't take it personally at all. Now, the fourth is use I statements. Usage of I statements express concerns without accusations. There are I statements which says I don't feel good at all once you do this thing. I feel offended once you do this thing, or once I come across a behavior of like this one. Then there are you statements. You did that, you did that, you did that. So that is all accusation. So we have to avoid the accusation. For that purpose, we must be using the I statements. Now, the fifth way to manage these people, watch for patterns. Watching for patterns. If necessary, watching for patterns, identify repeated behaviors of these people. Identify repeated behaviors of these people. Watch for patterns. Now the sixth is limit interaction. Limit interaction with these people. If necessary, reduce time spent with the person. If necessary, reduce time spent with the person. And now the seventh way, that is seek support. Seeking of support. Surround yourself with the trustworthy individuals. Surround yourself with the trustworthy individual, and that is called seeking of support. Now, the eighth and the last way to manage these people, that is reevaluate the relationships. Reevaluate the relationships. Consider distancing or consider ending the relationship if dishonesty persists. If dishonesty persists, consider the ending of relationships, or seriously consider distancing yourself emotionally from these people. So that was the eighth and last tip, how to manage them. Reevaluate the relationships. Now remember four things to remember. Number one, trust your instincts. Trusting of your instincts. Do not bypass, do not ignore at all. Pay good amount of importance to your instincts. Number two, I mean, sometimes there is no such argument present, but your instinct says this person is not a right person at all. Here, do not wait for the arguments to arrive. Rather, simply by trusting your instincts, take a decision of distancing yourself from this person. Now, the second is prioritizing self protection. Prioritize self protection. My protection for me, it is the number one priority. I cannot ignore it. I cannot underestimate it. I cannot I cannot leave it aside. That is prioritizing self-protection. Now the third thing to remember is maintain open communication. Maintaining the open communication. Now the fourth thing to remember is that focus on building relationships with the trustworthy individual. Focusing on building the relationships with the trustworthy individual. So that was a very important topic indeed. First of all, we spoke about that how can I identify these people, and then moving to the next stage, we talked about how can I manage these people, because identifying them, it is very important, but at the same time it is equally important to be able to manage them so that we could protect ourselves, so that we could take care of our physical, mental, and emotional well being. So, that is all from me today. Thank you very much.